I'm Vivek Raghavapudi, and I'm joined by my colleague Isaac Shung. We are both principal product managers with FBA. Thank you for joining us today, and hope you've had a great Accelerate so far. Hope you got to meet with the people you wanted to meet with and got the insights to take your businesses to the next level. Personally, for us, it's been very energizing, as it always is at every Accelerate, meeting with sellers like you and truly understanding how we can help you. So we couldn't be more excited to share some of the things we've been working on, inspired by your feedback on enhancing your inbound experience. So let's jump into it. You've heard our CEO, Andy Jassy, say this in the fireside chat a couple of days back. Customers really haven't changed much. They never tire of vast selection, better prices, and faster speeds. Speed matters. When we deliver faster speeds, customers buy more. And it is with this approach that we made some critical investments in our network last year that you're familiar with. We regionalized our network to take your products closer to customers. And with that, we've also given you the flexibility to choose whether you want to ship to a single location or multiple locations based on your supply chain needs and capabilities and cost structures. And we've seen those investments pay off as we've had record-breaking speeds since then, with majority of the lightning-fast shipments sold by sellers like you. When we take products closer to customers and deliver faster speeds, while it increases the convenience for customers, for you, it means higher sales and reduced out-of-stock scenarios. If you were in the general session before this, you must have heard Dharmesh say that the faster speeds have led to 20% increase in sales in the last year. So you'll see that all the programs that are designed around your inbound experience, and some of which we'll touch upon today when we talk about shipping smarter, are all designed with this intent of supercharging the delivery speeds, taking products closer to customers, because that means higher sales for you. So what do we mean by shipping smarter? We recognize that you and your teams have a set of decisions that you take every day when you're inbound to Amazon. You have to decide what products to send, in what quantities, how you pack them, what carriers to use, when you ship, so that your products are available for sale at the earliest. By shipping smarter, what we mean is taking that complexity out and simplifying the decision-making by providing you more transparency, and guiding you along with your inbound experience. So things like helping you determine whether shipping to a single location or multiple locations is cheaper for you based on your transportation costs and fees, or helping you pack optimally so that we can drive faster speeds, such as how many units you need to pack per box, how many boxes you need to pack per each product. And lastly, when and where you send your products so that you don't face any delays and your products are available for sale at the earliest. We use a lot of optimization models like machine learning, generative AI in our backend to optimize our own systems. And we are leveraging those same capabilities now to enhance the inbound experience for you. So today, as we talk about shipping smarter, we have an exciting agenda for you where we'll talk about opportunities to lower your costs, the recommendations that we will surface on how you can pack so we can drive faster speeds, and lastly, talking about how you can have a more predictable experience, especially as we head into the holiday season. And now I'll hand it over to my colleague Isaac to go deeper into each of these.
Thanks, Vivek. Today I'd like to share with you how some sellers who have been using our new features have been saving 30 to 40% off their total inbound cost. In FBA, we'd like you to keep more of your profits and simplify your operations. I'm Isaac Shung, a product manager in FBA, and I'm excited to share with you several case studies today from sellers just like yourselves. I'll be using representative names, but know that all the stories that we walk through are from real sellers. Let me start by talking about a situation that's probably familiar to many of you, which is shipment creation. We've heard many of you are racking your brains, spending more time creating shipments. Let me introduce you to Dave. Dave manages inventory for a large brand that sells on Amazon as well as in other channels. Dave's team, when they create shipments, need to consider a number of factors. They need to consider how many units per box should I use for a case pack? What's the optimal number of shipment splits that I should use? What are the transportation options associated with those shipment splits? And will I be able to maximize or optimize my cost savings through consolidating a truck or a container? Dave's team has asked us, can you just do the math for me? Just recommend to me the option that gives me the lowest cost. Well, we're listening. Dave's team, by using our features that are available now in the Send to Amazon workflow, as well as in the API, have been seeing some dramatic savings. They've been reducing their total inbound costs by 30 to 40%. They've also seen a reduction in the amount of time that they spend creating new shipments every week. Now we'd like to highlight for you these features that Dave's team has been using so that you can apply them as well to your business. How do you save more with each shipment? I'd like you to remember these 2 steps. Every time you create a shipment, know how to qualify and meet the minimum threshold to qualify for an Amazon optimized shipment. Next, be able to always review an apples to apples comparison of what your total costs are across your inbound cost as well as across your transportation options. Let us walk you through these 2 features. The first feature is a feature we call Help Me Qualify Messaging. When you're designating which SKUs and the quantity that you want to use, we'll instantly know whether that SKU qualifies for an Amazon optimized option. Every SKU needs to qualify for an Amazon optimized, needs to meet this minimum qualification to qualify for an Amazon optimized option. Remember, use 5 identical boxes or pallets to qualify. Next, we've heard your feedback that it's taking a lot of time creating shipments. Now you have a simple comparison. We've heard from some teams that they allocated people whose whole job is to run all the combination of options, download all the results across all the transportation options, and select what the lowest cost option is. They might be able to do this every 6 months, they might be able to do it every quarter, or they might not have time to do it. Now, in step 2 of the workflow and in the API, you can have a calculation of what your total lowest cost is. That's inclusive of your inbound cost as well as your estimated transportation costs. We estimate your transportation costs based off our preferred carrier rate card, so you have a consistent comparison every time. As you may have heard this morning, sellers that are using this option are saving on average 19 to 34 cents per unit by being able to select the lowest cost option. So remember these 2 steps. We know some of you create the shipments yourself or you have others on your team. Be sure to share with them how you can ensure that you can save more with each shipment. Now, how many of you are brand owners who have acquired an industry standard barcode? We have an exciting launch that will save you time and money. If you have gone through the effort of acquiring an industry standard barcode, in the past you've needed to affix an Amazon-specific sticker to ensure that your inventory remains exclusively yours and to avoid commingling. In January 2026, we'll be ending our commingling practices. That means you no longer need to spend that time applying stickers. Now you can allocate that same time and money to growing your business. You also gain more flexibility because now you don't have to pre-allocate your inventory. You can sell it on Amazon or you can sell it on other channels. Now I'd like to move on to another topic, which is packaging. Packaging is something we all need to do, but we'd like to highlight for you today how packaging is a powerful supply chain tool. Your packaging connects your products with Amazon's fulfillment network and with your customers. Today I want to highlight for you 5 packaging practices that are intended to increase your delivery speed, reduce your costs, and improve your customer experience with every shipment. These recommendations fall into 2 categories. First, box packing. Box packing refers to how you pack your products into shippers or master cartons. Then unit packaging refers to the product packaging itself. The key inputs into your box packing are the number of boxes or the units per box that you pack. This determines and impacts your delivery speed and your total cost. Unit packaging has the key inputs of how your products are packaged to keep them damage-free. Using optimal unit packaging, your products can flow safely and efficiently through our fulfillment network, lowering your cost and improving your customer experience. Let's start by watching a brief video that explains a concept that we call Amazon recommended packing. Whether you send your products to a single location or multiple destinations, there's an optimal packing configuration that we'd like to encourage you to use. Using these can help you reach more fulfillment centers with every shipment you send, which increases your delivery speed, boosts sales, and may even qualify you for additional benefits. Let's watch this video.
More fulfillment centers with every shipment, increase delivery speed, and boost sales by using Amazon's recommended packing. Our network processes your inventory through routing centers to 100+ fulfillment centers. Packing your shipments in more boxes with fewer units per box makes it easier for us to distribute them to the right place the first time faster. This means you get higher sales, better in-stock rates, and may even qualify for discounts. Shipments with fewer boxes need to be opened and redistributed to reach the same distribution. Use recommended packing for your preferred shipping option. Send to one location or minimal shipment splits. When you send to one location, your products go to a national routing center, which then spreads them to 5 regional routing centers. Pack at least 5 single SKU boxes per item to reach the 5 regions without additional processing. Send to multiple locations or optimized shipment splits. When you send to multiple locations, your inventory goes direct to multiple regional routing centers, which then spreads your products to up to 100+ fulfillment centers. For fast-moving products, pack 25 units or less per box, and your products can reach many more fulfillment centers with each shipment. Boxes with a higher number of units or multi-SKU boxes need to be opened and distributed to reach the right destination. We continually apply advanced AI and insights from processing billions of shipments each year. Find these packing recommendations directly in Seller Central so you can improve delivery speeds and lower your costs with each shipment. Grow your business with Amazon.
This video emphasizes the connection that exists between your packing and delivery speeds. If you're not already using recommended packing configurations, we invite you to join our pilot. Look in your app for the details for this session, where you'll find a link for this video and an email address you can contact to learn more. We'll help you understand if you can qualify for additional benefits if you're able to commit to using these optimal packing configurations. The recommended packing we discussed works well if you pack single SKU cartons. What if you pack multi-SKU cartons? How many of you pack multi-SKU cartons? Let me take a moment now to introduce you to Vivian. Vivian is an apparel seller. She manufactures her products overseas. Vivian's warehouse team has shared it's impractical for them to maintain identical multi-SKU cartons because their demand fluctuates and it changes order by order. They've asked us, are you able to tell us which SKUs and what quantity do we need to send to each destination to qualify for the Amazon optimized or no-fee option? Now, using a feature we call Pack Later, we'll do just that. Multi-SKU shipments that use Pack Later have been able to qualify for the no-fee option 97% of the time. That's a 20% increase. So far we've talked about 3 box packing recommendations. Now we'd like to go on and talk about 2 unit packaging strategies. How many of you have heard of a program called Ships and Product Packaging, or SIP? Under this program, you can get more eyeballs on your products, you can qualify for discounts off your fulfillment fee, and you can lower your carbon footprint with every shipment because you use less transportation costs and less packaging. The average Prime customer places 100 orders a year. That translates into about 2 orders per week arriving at your house. Customers love the convenience of Prime shipping, but they don't love the pile of packaging that may accumulate in their house. By testing and certifying your products to ensure that they can be shipped without any additional packaging, and arrive damage-free, it's the first thing that your customers interact with, your brand, when they receive a package. You qualify for discounts, and you improve sustainability practices overall. So look up Ships and Product Packaging, FBA, for more information. Now, one more strategy we want to recommend and share. How many of you send large, bulky items? So large, bulky items incur an additional $3 in inbound fees and $12 in outbound fees. You can use your packaging strategically. So here are two examples. You can use your packaging to compress the dimensions of your product. For example, this memory foam foldable couch that my daughter loves. Now it can arrive in a standard size dimension box. Or you can move upstream in your product design and design your products modularly so all the components fit in a standard size box. By doing so, you decrease your cost from fees, and you also increase your delivery speeds. This year, keep checking Seller Central. We'll continually be providing you custom recommendations tailored to your product portfolio that achieve these objectives of increasing your delivery speed, reducing your costs, and improving customer experience with every shipment. Now I'm going to pass it back to Vivek.
Thank you, Isaac. So before we end the session today, I want to touch upon how we can partner together to drive a more predictable inbound experience for you. We have a few exciting updates coming on over the next few weeks that we truly believe will transform your inbound experience. So let's meet with Kathy, who is the owner of an online beauty retailer. She had a fantastic Prime Day and holiday sales last year. But when we spoke with her, she said her biggest frustration was the received delays at Amazon sites. Now, I know Kathy isn't alone in sharing that sentiment. If I ask for a raise of hands, I'm sure all of you will probably raise your hands. So there you go. So we know that the hard part isn't just sending inventory, but also dealing with the uncertainty of when your products will be available for sale. And we recognize that the variability in lead times in each step, be it getting a dock appointment or receiving at our sites, can make the process seem like a black box. That's why this year we're tackling this problem head-on through some enhancements, but it requires partnership between Amazon and sellers. While there are Amazon controllables to reduce the delays, you play a critical role. The information that you provide about your shipments, such as when you're shipping, how you're shipping, when they're expected to arrive, the tracking IDs that you provide, help us prepare for your shipments and process them in a timely manner. When we don't have accurate information about your shipments, we cannot plan accurately, and that's what leads to bottlenecks and delays. So how can we partner together to enhance your experience? Firstly, the information that you provide, as I said, is critical for us to plan. If you use your own carriers, provide accurate delivery windows. A delivery window is a week-long date range of when you expect your shipments to arrive at our sites. You can provide this at the time of shipment creation and then update it as you get more information from your carriers. If you use Amazon partnered carriers, then provide accurate ship dates so we can get the arrival information from carriers directly. These inputs directly feed into our planning process. Now, while you provide accurate delivery windows, we also heard from you, especially last quarter, that you would like to have upfront information on the availability of Amazon sites so you can make educated decisions on where and when to send your products. We heard from you that you would like to know if your products delivered to the West region in the first week of October, for example, would they face any delays or would they be processed immediately? So that is what we're building towards this quarter. As you'll see some of the features rolled out over the next few weeks. We will provide you upfront visibility to the availability of each option at the time of shipment creation. So if you recall, today you have the option to ship to a single location, be it West, Central, or East region, or you can ship to multiple locations, such as 5. At the time of shipment creation, you will have visibility to the weekly availability of each of these options, so you know exactly when your products might face received delays. So as you select your delivery windows, you can check this information when you're providing your delivery windows at the time of shipment creation. Another exciting enhancement that we are making is prioritizing the appointments for shipments that arrive on time. We've heard from you and carriers alike that you often face delays in getting appointments. And with this change, for sellers and shipments that are doing the right thing, which is arriving on time, we will prioritize those shipments so that you don't face any delays if you meet the delivery windows that you've told us. So I cannot emphasize this enough. Please partner with your carriers, hold them accountable to the lead times that they provide you, and ensure that they deliver within the delivery windows. Reliable carriers that meet the transit times and deliver within the scheduled windows will ensure that your shipments will not face any processing delays. So to summarize, again, this requires a partnership between Amazon and you. If you provide accurate windows, we can provide you back accurate information on when each site is busy or not, and rightly process your shipments when they arrive on time. Before we wrap up, just to touch on peak, I know many of you will probably go back from this conference and sit down with your teams and get ready for the holiday season. So just to quickly recap the 3 golden rules as you prepare for the holiday season. Plan your capacity ahead to meet your customer demand. This is foundational. And you must have heard this if you attended the capacity session yesterday. This was discussed at length, where you can also request additional capacity if needed. 2, secure your shipments early and provide accurate delivery windows, as I just mentioned. And 3, separate your deal and non-deal inventory into separate cartons. Having your deal inventory in separate cartons will ensure expedited receive, or will speed up the receive process when your shipments arrive at our sites. So please watch out for announcements when it comes to peak planning. You can go on Seller Central. There's a peak playbook, which gives you a number of guidelines and tips on how to prepare for the holiday season. And you can watch a number of videos on there as well.